Your Powerwall 3 warranty is 10 years, unless your internet goes down. Then it's 4. That's not a typo and it's not a rumor. It's in Tesla's own owner's manual. Now, nobody tells you that when you sign. And it's one of the 6 things about the battery that never makes it out onto your quote. Hey folks, this is John from My Solar Home. I've personally installed over 300 home batteries across New Jersey and Pennsylvania, and the Powerwall 3 is the one I installed the most. I recommend it for most homeowners more than any other battery on the market. So this isn't a hit piece, but if you're about to sign a contract for one, there are 6 real costs and conditions that almost never get explained before the ink dries. So by the end of this video, you'll know all 6, plus the one that surprised even me when I found it. Let's start with number 1 on the quote because it's the one number that you'll actually pay, cost. The number on Tesla's website is not the exact number you'll pay. Tesla's hardware price for a single Powerwall 3 is $9,300 to $10,500. That's the battery, nothing. No wire run, no labor, no permit, and no professional installation. Add professional installation, and nationally you're at between $12,000 to $16,500 all in for 1 year. In my own New Jersey installs, homeowners land at between $11,500 to $16,000. And where you fall in that range comes down to one thing more than any other, your main electric panel. Here's the messy one. I found this on a real install when a licensed electrician told me that they had 3 Powerwalls going into a home with an existing 15 kilowatt hour solar array, and the math for the panel change alone added $4,800 to the job. Not the batteries, not the labor to mount them, just the panel work, because that existing electrical service couldn't handle the new. And if your panel is older or undersized, that's not, or maybe that's a real number your installer should be pricing before you sign, not discovering later. Cost number 2, the best deal already came and went this year. Tesla ran something called the Next Million Powerwall rebate. It ended on June 30th, 2026. If you're pricing a Powerwall today, you missed it. Whatever your installer quotes you now is the number. There's no rebate stacking up on top of it to soften it. And I have no idea whether or not Tesla is going to bring it back sometime later. Cost number 3, and I have to say this because I get asked every single week, there is no federal tax credit anymore. Section 25D expired on December 31st, 2025. If anybody quotes you a 30% credit on a Powerwall in 2026, walk away because that money is gone. You're paying full price. I still think the numbers work in New Jersey with the SREX and the 1is metering, but go in knowing that the tax credit isn't part of the math anymore. Cost number 4, your homeowner's insurance bills goes up, and so does something you're not expecting. Once that Powerwall is installed, it's treated as part of your home's permanent structure, dwelling coverage and personal property. 2 things happen. Your premium goes up typically $50 to $200 a year, depending on your insurer. And your home's insured replacement value goes up too by another $10,000 to $15,000 because that's what the insurance company now has to cover if your home burns down. Most homeowners never call their insurer to adjust either number. Call them. It's a 5-minute conversation that saves you a real headache if you ever have to file a claim. Cost 5, and this is the one that stopped me when I found it. Tesla's Powerwall 3 has a 10-year warranty, but read the fine print in their own owner's manual. To get the full 10 years warranty, the unit needs a reliable internet connection so Tesla can push remote firmware updates. If your internet is down for an extended period and Tesla can't reach your battery, the router dies, your switch providers change, and you forget to reconnect it, and you're in a dead zone, your warranty can be cut down to 4 years. 6 years of coverage gone because of a Wi-Fi outage you might not even have noticed. I install these every week, and even I didn't know about that number until I specifically went in and read the manual myself. Ask your installer to walk you through exactly how your Powerwall stays connected and check it yourself once a year. Cost number 6, that warranty doesn't come with the house. If you sell your home, the warranty does not transfer to the new owner automatically. Tesla's own policy is that the new owner has to contact Tesla themselves after the sale closes to get it moved onto their name, and there is no guarantee that they get the same coverage you have. If you're planning to sell in the next 10 years, that's a real conversation to have with your realtor and your buyer, and not something to find out at closing. Now, one more thing worth knowing, even though I've covered it in more detail in another video, if your Powerwall 3 drains during a multi-day outage, it needs the grid to come back before it can restart itself from solar load. That's a real limitation. I go deep on exactly how that works, which batteries don't have that problem in my 10 tests comparison video. Go watch that after this because If backup during long outages is your main reason for buying a battery at all, then that's important. And here's something that nobody really brings up. If you're in a state with a virtual power plant program, and more utilities are adding these every year, you may have agreed to let your utility draw down your battery during grid stress events in exchange for a payment. Sounds fine on paper, but grid stress events tend to happen on the exact same days that you most likely actually need backup. Brutal heat waves, big storms, etc. You can usually opt out of individual events, but if you don't know the program existed, you can't opt out of what you don't know, right? You're in. Ask your installer directly, is my battery enrolled in anything and how do I turn it off if I want? One more piece of context, and I want to be fair about this. Tesla has been sued over how they handle a mass battery replacement on the Powerwall 2. Homeowners reportedly left without backup for months, with the process described in the lawsuit as slow and incomplete. Some units even ended up paying over $8,000 to $10,000 for install. That's the Powerwall 2 and not the Powerwall 3. I'm not telling you the 3 has the same hardware problem because there's no evidence of that, but it is the same company standing behind both and tells you something real about what happens when Tesla's side of the deal doesn't go smoothly. Worth knowing before you sign and not after something goes wrong. So, do I still install these every week? Yes. For most homeowners, the Powerwall 3 is still my easiest recommendation. Best surge power, best efficiency, lowest power of the 4 batteries I installed most. None of what I just told you changes that. What changes is that you ask before you sign, and ask for that all-in number and not just the hardware number. And if your panel needs an upgrade, call your insurer, ask exactly about the internet connection requirement works for your warranty, and ask what happens to the warranty if you sell. And ask if you're enrolled in anything in any VPP with your utility. 6 real costs and conditions, all documented. None of them a reason not to buy, just a reason to ask better questions before you do. If you're in New Jersey or Pennsylvania and you want a real quote with all of these items itemized in front, email me at solar@mysolarhome.us or call 609-908-3700 or visit mysolarhome.us. Thank you for watching and have a great day.